China and India are two of the world's most populous nations and fastest-growing economies, and they have a long history of diplomatic tensions and border disputes. While there have been periods of peaceful coexistence and cooperation, the underlying reasons for their mutual animosity remain unresolved. The deep-rooted issues between these two great nations are complex, multifaceted, and have historical and cultural underpinnings. Let's delve into some of the reasons why China and India don't like each other. The historical rivalry between China and India can be traced back to ancient times. The two civilizations have a long history of cultural and commercial exchanges, but they have also been involved in conflicts over territory and influence. For example, during the Tang dynasty in China, there were frequent military conflicts between the Chinese and the Tibetan Empire, which was backed by the Indian Gupta Empire. In the modern era, the relationship between China and India has been shaped by the legacy of British colonialism and the struggle for independence. One of the main factors that have contributed to the strained relationship between China and India is the ongoing border dispute. The border between the two countries is disputed, and both sides have competing claims to territory in the Himalayan region. China has claimed the Aksai Chin Plateau, which is currently under its control, while India claims the northeastern state of Arunachal Pradesh, which is controlled by India. In recent years, China has been constructing infrastructure projects in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, which India sees as a violation of its territorial integrity. These competing claims have led to occasional border skirmishes, including a deadly clash in 2020 that resulted in the deaths of several Indian and Chinese soldiers. Before you continue, please subscribe to our channel to show your support. Another factor that has contributed to the tension between the two nations is their rivalry for regional dominance. Both China and India are rising powers, and they have been competing for influence in South Asia, the Indian Ocean, and beyond. For example, China has invested heavily in infrastructure projects in countries such as Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh, which India sees as a challenge to its traditional sphere of influence. In addition, India's growing ties with the United States, Japan, and other countries in the region have been viewed with suspicion by China. Cultural and historical differences have also played a role in the strained relations between China and India. China has a long history of Confucianism and Taoism, while India's religious and cultural heritage is rooted in Hinduism and Buddhism. These differences have led to occasional misunderstandings and mistrust, particularly on issues such as Tibet and the Dalai Lama. China sees Tibet as an integral part of its territory, while India has been hosting the Dalai Lama, the exiled Tibetan spiritual leader, since 1959. Geopolitical factors have also contributed to the tensions between China and India. For example, China's close ties with Pakistan, India's arch-rival, have been a source of concern for India. In addition, China's increasing presence in the Indian Ocean, including its acquisition of a naval base in Djibouti, has been viewed as a challenge to India's naval dominance in the region. Despite these underlying tensions, China and India have cooperated on various issues, including economic development, climate change, and regional security. Both countries have expressed a desire to improve their relations and resolve their differences peacefully. However, the road ahead remains challenging, and it will require careful diplomacy and mutual trust building to overcome the deep-rooted issues that have plagued their relationship for decades. If you like this video, hit the like button to show your support. More importantly, subscribe to this channel so that we can continue to create better and more interesting videos about Asian countries.